Hello viewers, you're watching Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. Welcome to another episode of Talk and Know, a show where we discuss topics that matter and where conversations spark awareness. Well, music, most people agree, is a universal language, and so do I. And to prove if this saying is right or wrong, I have two very exciting panelists with me for this episode to discuss about music. Joining me on the panel, it is my honor to introduce MOA SUBONG. He is a PadmaShri awardee, conferred with the PadmaShri in 2023. We also have ARENLA SUBONG. She is the lead singer of Abiogenesis and also the lead bamham player of the band. Thank you both for joining me. I'd like to first come to you, sir. Once again, congratulations on the award.
Thank you.
I want to know, what does being conferred PadmaShri mean to you personally and also professionally?
Well, you are asking something about the fourth highest civilian award in India.
Exactly.
So definitely, when I heard the news about it, I was ecstatic, so happy, because Arla and I have been working so hard since our childhood, and that recognition proves that they have recognized what we've been doing. So we're very happy that this recognition has been given, and I'm hoping that in a remote area, an artist like me being awarded, this will also inspire youngsters.
Right.
I hope they will work harder so that one day this recognition will also come to them, and that because this award is also giving the zing, the power
Right.
to push further into the world with what we are doing.
On that note, just for our viewers, they're both from the band, a very prominent band called Abiogenesis, and then it's been many years you're working as musicians. Now I want you to take us back to those days on how Abiogenesis was started and how your musical journey began. If one of you could take my questions.
Well, abiogenesis means to activate the dead cells, and it is a biological term. And we do Hawaii music, taken from the chants of the Nagas. Ever since time immemorial, our forefathers used to chant Hawaii, 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 while doing work or dance during the festivals, and it really used to give them, ease them and give them animus energy. And this we have incorporated with our music. Yeah.
Yes, so I'll add something more.
Yes, please.
Like, we met as teenagers.
Okay.
So she was singing, I was also in a band. So when two musicians meet, it is obvious that we cannot stop. Nothing can stop us.
Right.
Yeah.
So we continued.
Yes.
We halted for a few years because 3 sons came about.
Oh, wow.
After that break, we said we should continue, and in 1989, we said let's make an album. So that time there were no band, no Abiogenesis. So we went as ARENLA and MOA, and while we were recording in Magnus Sound, Osha Utup's studio in Vibration Studio in Kolkata.
Okay.
The regional manager of Magnus Sound, Sashi Menon, he heard that we were recording and he liked what we were doing.
Okay.
So he said, you must release the album through Magnus Sound. So we thought this is a very good opportunity. So we recorded and made the album. It was called Rapture. Then the Sashi Menon said, now that you have released the album, you must also have a Northeast tour. So they tied us up with one Kolkata band, Fifth Dimension, and we toured Calcutta, Kohima, Mokokchung, like that. But during the time, we realized that for every live show, we have to go to Calcutta, practice, and start the tour. So it was very inconvenient.
Okay.
So we thought, Nagas are already having good musicians. Let's include some more local musicians who are very talented and form one band. So we formed Abiogenesis, and we had a first show on 2nd May 1991.
Oh, wow.
We're a very old band now.
Yeah.
Older than me, I would say,
Yes.
on a
Older,
lighter note,
yes,
actually.
yes.
But so you were into rock music, if I'm not mistaken, maybe before you met Madam Aaron also.
Yes.
How did, folk fusion come about now? And Abiogenesis is a pioneering band for folk fusion, right? If you
Yes.
could talk more about that.
Yes.
It's a biological term, actually, abiogenesis.
Yes.
And you say something about our relationship or how we met
Well, I'm
If you
curious.
want to know about
Yes.
from.
what was your, can you come again?
Yes, on the folk fusion perspective,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Sir was also into rock before
Yes, yes.
folk fusion happened.
Yeah, as
So-
you mentioned, in 1991 we started with rock music, and we were focusing on drugs, because during that time many people were into drugs and many succumbed. So we thought Abiogenesis should play music with a purpose. So we thought this is a very powerful tool, especially for youngsters. When they come to concert, we need to give messages, and we should have some songs with a content of good, appealing songs that drugs is bad, and to appeal to them to give up drugs. So that was one part, but now you can see that this problem still exists, but to a very minimum level.
Okay.
So we have shifted focus to another thing, and we evolved, we talked about it, we said Nagas are having very a beautiful
yeah.
and very
Very good,
unique
yeah.
culture.
Right. Right.
The tunes, the ornaments,
So beautiful. Yeah.
yeah.
So nice.
One can know that this is from Nagaland. So we thought we should incorporate our culture, our tunes into our music. So we sat down, we used to play, we used to experiment, and after some
Yeah.
few years, Howe music was born. We are giving the name Howe music to the fusion of Naga folk with various forms of modern
Modern music,
rhythms.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's how Howe, and I think Madam Aaron explained earlier that how
Can add
Nagas
some
would do
more?
the
How,
songs. How we
you-
Nagas do our songs, and then the Howe music. Maybe you can elaborate on what exactly and how the idea was conceptualized.
I was telling you that Nagas used to do hoa while doing work or dance during the festivals. And so this hoa, when we say hoa music, it really gives us a power, energy to sing, and then to show our on stage. On live performances, we wear our attires with the other items. You know, it's mix and match.
Right.
So after wearing that, again, we feel that we should show this Howe music and sing this Howe music aloud, so that it's. I was telling you that it's the people were doing hoa since time immemorial, and then it used to give ease them and give them animus energy. That is what we are doing in our live shows.
Right. I think that's
Yeah.
a beautiful blend of
Yes.
the folk fusion that you do. Now, I want you also to talk about Bamham, an instrument that is very unique, and it shows the indigeneity of Naga culture as well. So, sir, would you like to go first?
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I'll first tell you how it came about.
Yes, please.
Our late President of India, Pranab Mukherjee, he used to say, necessity is the mother of all inventions.
Yes.
So, it is so. When ARENLA was appointed as guru to teach folk theatre and music by Northeast Zone Cultural Center, better known as INIZCC, she appointed me as her assistant
Okay.
to accompany her in all her compositions.
Okay.
So we said, this is a cultural thing, so we should select one cultural or Naga traditional instrument. But we checked out, there are more percussions and few wind instruments like are very limited. It doesn't play all the notes. If you play guitar or violin or other things, it becomes too Western. So I thought this is a good opportunity. I must do something. So I start experimenting with various things. So early in the morning, I used to go near the kitchen and I used to play. And she used to shout, "Wow, what is that funniest sound coming?"
Yeah, it was very
Those
funny.
lines
actually.
made me even more determined to, now I have to prove to her that I can do something. So
I
next
used to
day
make
also
fun
the
of him.
same thing, she used to make fun.
Yeah.
But one
Every
fine
time.
day, I think it was more than 1 year plus after
Okay.
experimenting, I
Okay.
didn't give up,
Yeah.
no?
All right.
Because
He
I
was
had to
determined.
prove to her that I can do something.
Okay.
One day, fine day, she said, "Wow, what is that beautiful sound coming?" So I said,
Okay.
"Oh, Eureka, this is it." So that was how Bam Hum was born.
Yeah, he called me then and, "ARENLA, come down." I was sleeping up there. I was mostly in the upstairs. No,
Okay.
Come down and just play, and you can just hum a tune into it, and do whatever you like, be it rock, be it religious songs, and I mean from the hymns and all that. You can just do as you like, and you just let me hear. Then, okay, then I said, "Oh, then I'll have to hum. Then
Okay.
hum a tune into it." Okay, I think I can do that part very well, I told him. So I started, humming all the songs like, be it rock, hymns, and everything came out so well. So he said, "Oh, this is an instrument that I've created for you. Ah, this is yours, okay?" He told me.
Your story is so exciting. I mean, just the visual presentation of how you are narrating is also really exciting.
Oh
And
my.
Bam Hum, now I understand why it is Bam Hum. Because you hum and it is made out of
Yes.
bamboo, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
It's half of bamboo,
Okay.
and we hum into it, and we have conjoined
is-
these two words,
Okay.
Bam Hum.
Bam Hum.
It is
It
very
sounds
much subtle.
indigenous also, right? the name.
It does actually. On that note, can you tell us, what does Bam Hum actually look like? Does it look like a flute? Does it look like a guitar? I know what it looks like, but if you could tell our viewers what it looks like.
I'm sorry, I have not brought. We have one with her Bam Hum, and my Bam Hum is here, but the ones that we do sell on the shops, I have not brought them. But anyway, it does look like a flute, but it's much bigger, and the mechanism is totally different. Both are wind instrument, but to play flute, it takes time for one to learn. But for a Bam Hum, any singer people who are good in singing and don't go flat or sharp can easily play the Bam Hum. It can be played instantly, and if you practice for a week, you can become a professional with the Bam Hum.
Oh, wow.
And to make it, flute has many holes to play the keys, but Bam Hum, one side outlet, and on the note side also one hole is there for the air to go out, and one hole for us to hum into it. So when we hum, there's a mechanism called rattle.
Okay.
When we hum, the rattle converts the tone of the hum into the beautiful sound of the Bam Hum. Yeah.
Maybe I will try learning it one day.
You can easily learn it.
Hopefully, in our next sitting,
it's very-
I will
very
be a
total.
musician.
Yeah.
Okay. And, Abiogenesis also started on a national level, starting off in Kolkata. You've gone global. How is it performing on international stages? And, how do you think people receive your music, your audience? How do they receive your music abroad?
You say something, because
As far as taking concerts seriously, we take small or big concerts seriously, because music is our passion, so we always dedicate it from the bottom of our hearts. Otherwise, the music don't come out to the full. So, as we have already mentioned that we have a unique culture, unique songs, traditional music. So we have taken out the best of each part and carefully blended it with modern rhythms so that modern feel is there while we're doing, and there's also a story behind it. So when we do it abroad, they are very conscious to know what kind of music we're playing, and they are always saying that the small attires that we put here and there, it's eye-catching. It attracts in the spur of the moment. And they always want to know what it is, how it is, and whatever she's singing, they want to know
People,
what you're singing,
Yeah.
how was it sound before, and how you're doing it now. All this, they come and ask us. So I'm
Yeah.
sure they are all excited. We could see from their faces and their response that they were happy and that they were enjoying it.
It's remarkable, you know, how through your music and through your live performances, your performances, you present the Naga culture outside of the state, you know, be it in the country or beyond India. Now, what do you think music has a role, I mean, the role of music in this, in promoting and, you know, preserving our Naga culture, our history and our heritage? Because as indigenous musicians, I want to know your take.
Yeah.
Since Nagas have music running in the blood, I think if we do something to our music, then I think it will catch the ears of the Naga people very easily, or people, anyone that is.
Yeah. Why we're blending folk and modern rhythms is especially to catch the youngsters, right? Because cultural songs, you can hear it during Hornbill Festival or any festival, but the youngsters, they want something new.
Right.
So we're taking our culture as salt in a dish. If you don't put salt in a dish, it doesn't taste nice, right? So like salt, we're putting our culture into our songs so that people can feel it. And it will make the song good. It will make the song taste nice, and that they will love it, and without salt they cannot have it. So like that, we are trying to blend it with modern songs so that the tunes will be catchy, and whatever we are singing, that it'll ring in their ears time to time, and that they will be curious to know the culture, that our culture is very rich, we have a strong heritage, and that they will be proud of what we're doing. This is our identity, we tell people. Without roots, the trees fall. So any human being, if they don't have their roots embedded in them and are ashamed of it, they will fall. But when we have a strong roots and we proudly carry it along with us, we will be strong, and the people will recognize the strong culture of identity of the Nagas.
Oh, that's a powerful message. And beyond your songs, even Sir Mo has this get up today, you know, the ornaments you're wearing, along with your Western wear, a blend, a perfect blend of actually what your art is actually about, I guess. So I want to ask both of you, you know, do you have any particular favorite performances that you can recall? Any among your hundreds of performances that you've made, any that stands out for you and you still love it, think about it till this day?
I love our show in Indonesia.
Indonesia?
Yeah,
Okay.
Indonesia, abroad.
Yes.
That's in Africa.
North Africa.
Oh, okay, okay, not Indonesia.
And we were seated on a tour bus, and that bus, it went straight to a ship, and while we were seated, and we were ferried across the sea.
Oh,
And then when we reached the island, we were taken to an island by the
Ferry.
by the ferry. Yeah. And then when the ship stopped there, our tour bus took us to the venue where
Okay.
you had to perform, and then the security was tight. It
Oh.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
yeah.
army was there, no? Indonesian army.
Okay.
And they all came in a Hummer, and they were in the venue.
Okay.
So it excited us.
Oh,
We have
okay.
never seen a Hummer before, but they were all seated in a Hummer, and they were there to protect us.
Okay.
So that even
We
made us
felt
more special.
it's very
Yeah,
secured.
and
Yeah.
secured. And that same bus, without alighting, we sat there. It was night, so we slept on the bus, and they ferried us again across.
And we
the
didn't
sea.
know we were traveling
Yeah.
by, to the river in
Okay.
the ship.
Okay.
Not
We
river,
were
sea.
in the sea, yeah. I'm sorry.
We live near the
Really.
river.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we were still sleeping, and then we were on the ground already. The
Another
tour
one
bus
I
was
can
driving.
say, we
Yeah.
had performed for the king's family in Bhutan.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yes, yes.
2011 in Indian Embassy. We always cherish that show because they were dignified, and the king's family, not always do we get a chance.
Okay. And because you constantly have to travel because of your work, I want to know, as a woman, what are challenges that you face?
Of course, playing with Aborigines is cool, but then there are some hurdles, like dressing up and making up when there is no proper clean room. So that's it only. Yeah.
Otherwise, she's smart, so she's even better than the boys.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I'm sure she is, no wonder she's the lead of the band.
Yes.
And if you could tell us, what plans do you have as a band? What is next for Abiogenesis now?
To make a video on, our plan is to make a video on Romancing the Hills, which is a single release, okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
We would like
Romancing
to
the
make the
Hills.
music video on Romancing the Hills. Plus, we are also working on a new album.
Okay.
So I don't know how long that will take, but these things take time. ARENLA is also writing a script on a new Hawaii musical film.
Film, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a project, so we are all looking forward to this.
Best wishes to both of you and the band also on your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining me
Thank you.
for this
Thank you
show.
so much.
This conversation was very lively. It was interactive, and I got to know a lot about your music, and really appreciate the work that you as Indigenous musicians do also. So once again, all the very best. And just as much as I've learned, I hope our viewers also learned so much about our PadmaShri awardee and our prominent musicians who've joined us in this panel today. We've had a discussion with MOA SUBONG and ARENLA SUBONG, who are prominent musicians from Nagaland. And for more shows like this, do stay tuned with us here on Doordarshan Kendra Kohima on our show called Talk and Know, because we are coming back to you with more. Thanks for joining us. I'm Madeline Ambrosia signing off.